Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. I am Sosan Ali and here are tonight's main headlines. His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed presides over the conclusion of the 7th annual Al Bashair Festival for purebred Arabian camel racing. The Foreign Minister reviews the latest developments in the region during bilateral conversations in Munich Security Conference. And the International Court of Justice calls on Israel to immediately implement the temporary measures in compliance with the Genocide Convention and to stop committing further violations of Palestinian rights. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency Adama Barrow, President of the Republic of Gambia, on his country's independence anniversary. The activities of the 7th Al Bashair Annual Festival for Arabian Camel Racing were concluded today at Al Bashair Camel Race Track in the Wilaya of Adam in Al-Dakhiliya Governorate. The closing ceremony was presided over by His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperations Affairs and personal representative of His Majesty the Sultan. More details in the following report.
On the final day of the 7th Al Bashair Annual Festival for Arabian Camel Racing, the crowd was treated to a magnificent display of traditional Omani singing arts, which perfectly complemented the excitement of the camel races. The festival's grand finale was allocated for the Al-Hul Camel Score category. The competition among the participating camels became intense, but ultimately it was the camel named Samha, owned by the presidential camels of the United Arab Emirates, that came out on top, winning the highly coveted golden sword of the festival. In the round allocated to Al-Hul Camel's general category, the camel Al-Dhabi, owned by Mohammed bin Sultan Al-Katbi from the United Arab Emirates, came first to win the silver sword of the festival. In the general category of the Athanaya camels, the race witnessed some fierce competition. Eventually, the camel named Iltimas, owned by Hilal bin Abdullah Shidi, emerged as the winner of this round. In the round devoted to Athanaya camel score category, after intense competition, the camel Durra, owned by the presidential camels of the United Arab Emirates, snatched the lead and won the trophy of this round. Al Bashair Annual Festival for Arabian Camel Racing represents a valuable economic source of livelihood for camel owners, breeders, and trainers. At the end of the festival, the champions were presented with their respective trophies as a token of their triumphs. From the Wilaya of Adam, Salih bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Al-Dakhiliya Governorate.
Ways to enhance bilateral relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia were discussed by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, during his meeting with his Saudi counterpart, His Highness Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, during His Excellency's participation in the Munich Security Conference, which was opened in the city of Munich in the Federal Republic of Germany. The two sides reviewed the latest developments in the region and exchanged views on a number of regional and international issues of common interest. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, also met with His Excellency Abdullah Ali Al Yahya, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the State of Kuwait. During the meeting, views were exchanged and consultations took place on many issues of regional and global concern, most notably the Palestinian cause and the ongoing Israeli aggression against Gaza Strip. The two ministers also discussed aspects of existing bilateral cooperation between the two countries and opportunities for developing them in all fields in light of the warm fraternal relations the two countries enjoy. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, met with His Excellency Dr. Jassim Al Bidawi, Secretary General of the Cooperation Council for the Arab States of the Gulf. The meeting discussed the march of the GCC Council and consultations on a number of areas of joint Gulf action. The two sides also discussed the current situation in the region and confirmed their support of everything that would advance the peace process and immediately stop the senseless Israeli war on Gaza Strip. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Foreign Minister, also met with His Excellency Alexander Schallenberg, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Austria, on the sidelines of the Munich Security Conference hosted by the Federal Republic of Germany. The meeting touched on bilateral relations between the two countries and exchanged views on a number of regional issues and challenges, as well as efforts to achieve security and peace in the region. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, the Foreign Minister, met today with Oliver Zepsi, CEO of the German automobile manufacturer BMW. During the meeting, opportunities for partnership and cooperation in the transportation sector, transfer of manufacturing and technological knowledge, and ways to develop smart infrastructure were discussed. His Excellency expressed his appreciation for the strong friendly relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Federal Republic of Germany and the importance of enhancing economic cooperation and exchanging experiences in various fields. For his part, the CEO of BMW expressed his interest in expanding its global presence and enhancing cooperation with leading companies and governments in the automotive sector and the logistics sector in general, and the company's readiness to explore investment opportunities in the Sultanate of Oman and provide its expertise and advanced technologies in the field of luxury and sustainable cars. The Israeli occupation forces arrested a large number of medical staff inside the Nasser Medical Complex west of Khan Yunis in the southern Gaza Strip, causing the death of 5 patients in the hospital's intensive care unit as a result of the cessation of the oxygen supplies due to the cutting off electrical power to the facility. The Israeli forces detained a World Health Organization aid convoy consisting of 2 trucks, one loaded with fuel and the other loaded with water and food, 50 meters away from the medical complex, which they turned into a military barracks. The International Court of Justice warned of regional repercussions as the Israeli aggression on Gaza Strip continues. The International Court of Justice said the dangerous developments in Gaza and Rafah in particular require Israel to immediately and effectively implement the temporary measures in accordance with its decision issued late last January. It stressed the necessity of Israel's commitment to full compliance with the Genocide Convention in a way that guarantees the safety and security of the Palestinians in Gaza. Meanwhile, South Africa called on the International Court of Justice to prevent Israel from committing further violations of Palestinian rights and to verify whether the operation does not violate the court's decision. Still to come in our news bulletin. Musandam International Sculpture Forum sheds light on a number of artistic works. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The Ministry of Education issued a statement as follows. On the occasion of the Omani Teachers' Day, which falls on the 24th of February, His Majesty the Sultan forwarded his directives for this day to be an official leave for all teachers and those in related teaching and administrative positions in public and private schools. If this day coincides with a vacation day, the Minister of Education may compensate for it with another day. Meanwhile, it was decided that Sunday, 25th of February, will be an official leave for all educational bodies in public and private schools in the Sultanate of Oman. The Military Technological College hosted the World University Athletics Championship with the participation of 159 competitors along with 60 trainers representing 21 countries around the world. The first stage of the championship was held today, including short and long relay races. The Military Technological College also took part in the accompanying exhibition that included a number of projects, innovations, and students' ideas, in addition to a group of sections that aim to introduce the visitors from various participating countries in the championship to the local touristic destinations as well as the Omani heritage. With a total investment amounting to 155 million Omani riyals, Samail Industrial City achieved growth in performance indicators over the past year by localizing 24 projects, bringing the number of localized projects to 157. Madayan continues to implement a group of vital projects in the industrial city, the most prominent of which is the water supply project to the industrial city. In addition to the investment opportunities to develop, operate, and manage the residential city in the industrial city due to the increasing annual growth in the volume of investment in the industrial city. Madayan also indicated that there are a number of investment opportunities for which initial feasibility studies are available in the city, represented in various sectors related to foodstuffs, construction materials, appliances, and electrical conductors. The dividends announced by public joint stock companies listed on Muscat Stock Exchange during the past days attracted more investors to the stock exchange. This prompted the main index and sectoral indices to record new gains and also push traded stocks and executed transactions to rise, and the market value of the stock exchange recorded weekly gains of 89 million Omani riyals, rising at the end of last week's trading to 23,857 million Omani riyals. The atmosphere of optimism that prevailed in Muscat Stock Exchange pushed the main index of the stock exchange to rise 83 points to close at 4,629 points at the end of last week, during which the financial sector index achieved the best rise, increasing by 140 points. Musandam's Governor's Office organized Musandam's International Sculpture Forum in its second edition. The activities of the forum showcased artistic works by sculptors from various countries of the world. The forum aims to become an international forum that keeps pace with the artistic movement, in addition to declaring the governorate as a global destination for culture. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed presides over the conclusion of the 7th annual Al Bashair Festival for purebred Arabian camel racing. The Foreign Minister reviews the latest developments in the region during bilateral conversations in Munich Security Conference. And the International Court of Justice calls on Israel to immediately implement the temporary measures in compliance with the Genocide Convention and to stop committing further violations of Palestinian rights. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night, and until next time.